Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the GWS vs Sydney derby, in which Swans ended up winning, keeping their finals hopes alive and potentially bringing GWS back into the mix. Just when you thought GWS were almost safe, they go and cough this one up basically, and Swans still there. So it just makes this final, I guess, that battle for the 8th, 7th and 6th spot a lot more interesting, as I do think that Carlton will get 5th. So 6th, 7th and 8th is sort of up in the air. And I know that Freo is mathematically possible, but I'm pretty sure it's at like 2 or 1% that they get in, as they are, what are they? No, Freo, because they lost, they're done. Gold Coast, I think, are mathematically possible, but it's pretty much dead, as they're 2 wins off the 8. And then you get to Richmond, who are 6 points off the 8, and I think they're pretty much dead. So I think it's between 12th and 5th now. I think Carlton will be fine on 46, as they need to win 1.5 games, basically, out of their last 3 to get in. And yeah, I think they should be able to do that, to be honest. And Essendon are on 40 points, a win outside the 8, and the rest of the clubs are within 2 points of the 8, basically. But it is very, very tight, and it's good to see that it's tight, rather than just one team out, rather than 9th trying to jump into the 8 with like 5 teams all around there. There's actually close to now 8 teams still battling away to try and get into the 8. But before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get actually into the video. So Tom Green back from his injury, 1 for 1. Huge performance from him. Just sucks how you can't really get him in. And if we look at GWS, their guys, who do they have? They've got Port, Essendon and Carlton, so I don't know if I'll ever actually get Green in, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe he's a round 24 type guy that you just bring in as a 23rd premium or something like that, and we'll wait and see on that one. But it's going to be pretty tough to grab him. I could potentially get him if I was able to time my I guess my trade right. I could potentially get a 23rd maybe, or 24th. It depends. I don't think I have enough cash for a 24th guy, but we'll wait and see on that one. Or at least a 24th guy that's reasonable, because you have like Zeeble and... What did Hewitt end up on? Hewitt ended on 105, and he's put in a couple of decent performances, but then again, he's got... an alright run, but I'm still looking at Zeeble and thinking maybe, just maybe, he could then potentially do it. As potentially swapping Zeeble, Windtaker for Zeeble could be a choice to go, and then trying to build up some more cash through Banks, Williams and Ballas in the last 3 weeks could be a way to get up to some other guys as well, and try and get some potential scores off the bench. Briggs 114 was huge. He could be a look in next year as a potential value ruck, as if he stays on the park, he looks good. Ward 105, Ash 97, Cornelio 90. He was really poor in the last, as he was on 79 going into the last, and just couldn't get going. Bedford suspended anyway. Green, Whitfield, Daniels, another one suspended. Himmelberg 73. Glad that I got rid of him, as that was 7 points, as well as just he actually lost a little bit of value compared to Darcy Cameron basically losing nothing. Haynes, Kelly, Brown, Perriman, Cumming, Hogan, Buckley, Lloyd, Riccardi, no one else here really to talk about. And then Callaghan. I guess the good thing about Callaghan is he is losing value, I guess. What's he priced at now? Probably 72, 71. If we look at Callaghan here, he's priced at 76. I guess they did they not actually play their sub? I guess they didn't play their sub, which kind of sucks, because that would have been a good value thing to get. Don't know why Callahan was here then. Maybe he was a late scratch out or something, I don't know. But that sucks, as I thought he'd actually scored a 0, but I guess not. Then we move over to the Swans. Gordon 1-3-2, just a really good performance from him. And he's getting into that point where now he could still be of good value as a midfielder next year, averaging I think 114 now. 112.6, 8th best overall. I mean, you had him, you had Bonts, English as the number 1 player, 119. I'm guessing Merritt is up there as well, 6. Dunkley, 13th. Rizzy, 20th. Who's that? Jordan Dawson's number 5. You had Dacos, I'm guessing, number 3, number 2, and Dacos would be 3, and Oliver number 2. Sarong's actually up there as well. Dacos has dropped dramatically, so if that's not the case, then it must be Sicily. No. Doherty maybe? No. No, it's none of them. Why did I forgot about Tim Taranto because he was in my F4 spot after all the stuff. So you've got a lot of guys here that are just around the marker. I'm trying to think anyone. What is Sarong? Is he like number 8? So you're number 2. So 1, 2, 3. Bontempelli 4. So is Merritt 5 or something? Merritt 6. So Jordan Dawson must be 5, 6. And then who's number 7 then? Would it be? It might be Rowan Marshall. Rowan Marshall. Forgot about him. But anyway, Gordon's just top 8 player in the comp, second best forward, and will be one of the best midfielders to have next year, as it looks like the way he's just suited for the fantasy game. And the way that Sydney play, he pretty much just has that Mills role from a couple of years ago, and I do think that they can both coexist. I do still think Mills is going to be such a good value option next year with a 117 here, showing that he can score, and with the Swans being able to, I think, pick up Barras, Cleary, and some other guys in the draft. A lot of they will have, I think, 3 or so Swans Academy guys coming through this year. Mills, I think, will get that midfield role that we like, and I do think that they will use Chad Warner more as that explosive Petrarca, and who else plays that half forward type of role, as I think that'll be their way of getting guys into the team more, and getting to that mold that team. I guess it will be a really young side next year for the Swans as well again, but I really like the how it makes up, I guess, and Mills getting that midfield role will be huge. Rowbottom 98, so showing that he can do it. He just needs consistency with getting the disposals. I think he ended up with about 25 disposals or something like that, and he got his tackles in the end, but just needs consistency. Lloyd 92, Chad Warner 89, so Warner might be that type of guy that we jump on in round 6, and I do think he will get enough forward time to get that forward status in round 6. I don't think he'll necessarily get it straight away. Parker 88, McLean, Hickey held his own in the ruck. Wicks, or at least held his own in the ruck for the first 3 or so quarters, but then fell away in the last. But, I mean, they'll be looking at trying to find a new ruckman. Wicks, Papley, Florence, Cunningham, Heaney started all right, but then fell away. Haywood, McDonald did all right in the first 2 quarters, but then didn't do anything in the last because he got subbed, I believe. Clark, he did all right, to be honest, but nothing special. Blakey, Fox, Francis actually started really well, but then did nothing. But didn't really matter in the end. They got the job done in really, really bad conditions. I mean, Amadi kicked 2 goals and then did absolutely nothing for the rest of the game. And then Campbell suspended, so we are probably going to see Stevens come in. But obviously Stevens isn't of any value, and I do expect Stevens to potentially be moved on next year. But we'll wait and see on that one. Anyway, that is the video. Slightly longer intro meant that this video went on a little bit longer, but around the same length again, even going through the Swans and how they look next year, I guess. But nothing much to look at, I guess, in terms of players, etc. We do probably lose out the Himmelberg down back now. now that he's re-signed with Giants, which sucks, as we really are looking at forwards and just hoping we get someone, as it looks like there is absolutely no forwards at the moment, and you might almost have to take that gamble on Horne-Francis at the moment, but we'll see with the coming season how it works out and who we get in that forward line. But anyway, that is the video, and I'll see you guys in the next recap tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.